Hello, 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 my guys, my girls, my loves, my angels. How are you? Happy Monday. Beginning to a new week. This month is almost over. This year's gone by pretty fast, guys. We're almost in August already. School will be letting back in soon. We're this is really just going by quick. Things should have changed from like the first part of the year, so you guys should be feeling a different energy at this point. On the first part of the year, I feel like a lot of you are coming out of a situation, dealing with a lot of healing, getting yourself together, finding yourselves, just starting over, making peace with some things, questioning about what happened in the past, why it happened, and just like really wanting to start anew. I think a lot of you probably have started new projects, and I feel like they're going well for you. Finances should have turned around for some. If not, in the process of turning around, I felt like tables are turning in relationships. Like those who came against you, deceived you, manipulated you in some way. I feel like like they're now on the opposite end. Like they're dealing with their own karma for things that they've done. Like things are starting to come to light for a lot of people. They're starting to, no more illusions. I think people are coming out of illusions. They're starting to see things as they are. People are getting frustrated, angry, upset, because things, a past way of doing things is no longer working for them anymore. They want someone to blame other than themselves instead of pointing the finger at themselves. So they may feel like they need to point the finger at you in some way or whoever. People aren't taking accountability, and it's time to take accountability for your actions. Show some growth. Get yourselves together, okay? So let's get into the reading. Let's see what could have possibly happened in your past relationship. Let's just be a little nosy. See what could have happened, what's going on, the past events that took place, what's presently taking place, some hidden influences, an attitude about it, influence of others, what should the next course of action be, and then finally, what is the end result, the final result of things. God, I call on you to help me use my body as a tool. Use me as a tool to help the collective in the healing journey. If there's a message for a certain individual, may you guide them to my channel so that they may receive that message. I ask that you, Spirit Guides, my good guardian angel, protect me as I do this reading from any negativity, any negative influence, anyone trying to stop me on the path to helping the collective to heal. All right, Spirit Guides, what happened in the past and this connection between the collective? All right, well, definitely you and someone was starting out on a new journey. You were looking to balance yourselves. You made a choice to, you follow your intuition. You're making a choice to go towards each other, leave some stuff behind. You both want to move on from a previous situation, business, romantic, friendship, but you were wanting to, leave a negative situation behind, something you want to put something in the past and move forward towards a brighter beginning. And you were trusting, giving your faith, trusting your intuition, and you were moving forward towards each other, to start a new journey with one another. Yeah. You want to change with the strength being out here. You were tired of conflict in your life. You wanted to rebuild. You wanted to have balance. You were looking towards your angel. You're building your inner strength. This person, this journey, in some ways, made you feel strong, made you feel good. You felt like this person was divinely guided towards you in some sense of a way. Okay, I feel like you felt there was a spiritual connection, a spiritual bond between you and this person. Even like when you guys first met, it's like when you saw each other, it was just in the way that you guys looked into each other's eyes. It's like you just kind of knew, like, this is where I need to be. You felt protected under this person's wing. You guys offer a sense of protection towards one another. You nurtured them, you brought them under their wing, you protected their relationship, you gave love, you made them feel supported, you made them feel good, you made them feel warm inside, you embodied so much radiance and glow. Okay, and this person, like, they felt, you made them feel alive. You brought a spirit out in them. Okay, they were healing through something. They were coming out of something, and you gave them strength to move forward. You made them focus. You gave them focus, something to look forward towards. With the fifth chakra, this person was definitely, you know, this is the throat chakra. The fifth chakra is the throat chakra. So there was good communication between the two, you guys. There was something though that I felt like this person did not express to you, or something this person was holding back to you. They were blocked in some type of way, some type of expressing something to you. So maybe something they didn't reveal to you that they should have revealed to you in the beginning, because with this being Gabriel, Archangel Gabriel, this is like a messenger of God. So this is someone who communicates usually like that helps you to communicate truth, okay, guidance and insight. So this is someone that maybe when you guys, and this is what's going on, the influence that's going on now that you don't see in the background. Like this somebody wants to come towards you and communicate the truth about what really happened in the relationship, like why they weren't able to give their heart to you, you know. I feel like this person does love you. They want to give this heart to you, but they felt like they gave their heart to something in the past, you know, that wasn't as loving as you, with the smaller heart, that wasn't as loving as you, but somebody that they did feel like they had a connection to. And I feel like that person, you know, got hurt. All right, they got hurt. They had scars. See the scar in the heart in there. That person got hurt, and it kept them from really, you know, really speaking their truth to you and speaking on how much you really meant to them. And this is a 45, which goes on to a 9. So just something that they want to communicate with you, you know, sometimes it's this year, because we are in the 9 year now. They would like to communicate with you how much passion they have for you, how much they do adore you, how much they do love you, you know. And this is something that they wish they would have communicated to you in the past, but they did not. Or even if they communicated, their actions didn't really show it. What is the attitude about the situation now, spirits? Yeah, this person knows now, like the relationship where you guys are right now, like this person's not happy. They don't feel abundant in life. They're not experiencing any type of peace and abundance. They may be dealing with some losses, imbalance in their relationship. They don't feel good about themselves. They're dealing with some regret, some remorse, and they don't feel like they've accomplished anything, not even towards the relationship that they went towards, not even their home, their happiness. They feel like the sun is just not shining on them at all. They feel like they're being, things are being exposed. They've been keeping a lot from you. I feel like you shut off communication with this person in some way. This person just had so many opportunities, so many other options that they went towards. So many, they felt like they had a lot of other, they feel like they put you in competition, or they went towards other doors, other choices, other commitments, got involved in many other relationships on the outside of you that also didn't bring them happiness. All right, and some of those doors they really should have left closed, like this closed door. They never should have even walked in that door, because it didn't bring them any type of fruition, any type of happiness or abundance at all. There was a path that was lighting its way for them, you know, which was a gift, which the spirit was highlighting them which route to go, but they allowed themselves to be distracted by other things, whether they were business, whether it was wealth, whether it was relationships, and they went into a door that was just leading to go down, like basically hell. They went to hell and back, and they probably feel like they're in hell right now, to be honest with you. HELL, I don't know if I can say that word on here, but they missed opportunity that could have been abundant for them by going towards other things, you know. What else is there? I feel like this person also just had other lessons to learn, other karmic paths. Like with these doors being different colors, like with the green, like this door's closed, like this was their heart chakra. So this door, their heart could have been closed. This purple out here was their crown. They weren't using their, you know, wisdom when making their conscious decisions. I just feel like they missed the boat. Like they made a wrong turn. They made a wrong choice. Yeah, they didn't choose to build a happy. They didn't choose to, you know, to come together and a happy family. I felt like this person could have gone back to a family situation. Not only that, but I feel like you could probably have a family with this person. There was happiness at the end of this, so you could have you could have a child or be a family friend or have grown up with this person. I feel like you have children, this person have children, and with them being combined, you share a child together. But they are at one point we're looking at starting beginning, blending families together. You could have met their children. They could have met your children. You all got along really well. What's the final outcome? Yeah, you are definitely a sense of stability for this person. This person had emotional stability and physical stability with you, but you do have someone else that's coming in for you. Okay, your final outcome is that you do have a new love coming in that's going to be very abundant, great with financial advice. It's going to be somebody that spirits are sending to you, someone who's very spiritual. They're going to probably help you start a business, give you business advice, financial planning. They're very abundant. They're abundant in spirit, material blessings, as well as just knowledge. They're wise. Okay, this is somebody who definitely has an imagination, who has the vision, who listens to their intuitions, clairvoyant in some type of way. And with Archangel Metatron being out here, this is also someone who has healed from childhood traumas. Okay, this is somebody who carries a great amount of healing power, so, and is on your spiritual journey as well. So this is somebody that if you're on your spiritual journey, which they both have 2 sevens out here, this is somebody who's going to match you on that. You guys are going to do something together for the community, to help bring spiritual awareness, to help the community heal in some type of way. This is really great outcome for you guys to really bring a lot of, you guys are really going to use your intuition, and you're going to be very successful in doing that. Very stable, and you're going to start something together, maybe some type of business or something together. You're both intuitive. Yeah, this person's going to be very sunny, outgoing, positive spirit. What else, spirit guys? What else do we have? Oh, sorry. This person could be a master number 33, somebody who's loving, compassionate, a teacher, a healer of some sort. Like I said, this person's going to have like healing abilities with the Metatron out there, Archangel Metatron. You guys are going to do something. It's going to be a very loving relationship, definitely. It's going to be a lot of love between the two of you. So the person in your past definitely had you as a secret. They were dealing with a lot of different people, and they kept you as a secret from their family situations, from the other people that they were dealing with. Something about abandoned house. So your person could be, maybe they felt abandoned. The house can talk about our bodies, our spirit, our souls. So maybe they feel abandoned by you in some type of way. Maybe they feel empty in the inside. Emotionally, it's like they're not feeling they're getting any love, no self-love, no support. Maybe they feel like everyone is changing, turning their back on them. Something about the youngest child. So something could be going on with this person's youngest child, or maybe your person was the youngest child. But I'm not feeling like your person was the youngest child, although it could be for some of you. But I feel like something's going on with this person with their youngest child. Like maybe something to do with their emotions. Because this color talks about the sacral. So this talks about someone's emotions and their sensuality. So something may be going on. Something could have happened to this person as a child. Thinking spirits. Like something could have happened with this person in their childhood that has something to do with their sexual state. Like they could have been touched. I don't want to say that, but they could have had something sexually go on with them in their childhood. Let's just leave it like that, okay? And it causes them to not really be able to really act out their emotions in their loving way. like they should, something they haven't healed from, and especially too with Metatron being out here with childhood issues. So something could have definitely gone on in this person's childhood. Someone could do some online dating. They got some online dating going on, which feeds off these options. Maybe one of these options that they were doing was some online dating. Oh my gosh, everything is falling. Someone could be involved in nursing or CNA, doing healthcare work. Someone might have healthcare. You know, I said that. Look, someone couldn't have healthcare issues going on right now. Something's going on with the healthcare. They've been hiding their sexuality. Alright, so there's a lot going on. Okay, so we have healthcare, nurse, CNA, online dating, youngest abandoned. Yeah, someone definitely has something sexual going on. Something could have happened in childhood. Something could have happened. Maybe this person is bisexual. Maybe this person was touched by someone that was bisexual or someone of the same sex. Someone might be finding out that they may have contracted some type of STD or something. Someone might have something going on with the healthcare. Someone might need to do a healthcare visit to check on that. Maybe someone who was hooking up with online dating or hooking up with people that they met online. Maybe someone's abandoning their home. They're leaving home, looking to move out from a situation that they're involved in, a relationship. Construction work. So someone might need to could actually be doing some construction work or need to do some work on themselves. Someone could have got involved with someone who was dancing, stripping. Someone with the initials V, W, X, F, or B. Someone could have a cat. Not only could they have a cat, but maybe someone felt like they have intuition of a cat, like they can sense things are wrong. Maybe they've given someone, like cats have 9 lives, maybe they feel like they've given someone multiple opportunities to get it right. Several chances. Someone might need to go to rehab. They might be dealing with some type of addiction. Or they could be doing physical therapy, occupational therapy, or just be in some type of, with healthcare being out here, they have some type of rehab going on. 60s means something. 6 can talk about relationships, can talk about partnerships, can talk about choices. 6 can also talk about problem solving, harmony, and the levers, like temptations with the devil. Like devil-like temptations. So someone could have given into some temptations that had to do with lust, greed, drugs. One of the partners that they've chosen. Someone could stay on the west side. Someone could be dealing with someone, or if not themselves, could be bipolar, dealing with some anxiety disorders, ADHD, PTSD, schizophrenia. Somebody can be in 2 minds about a situation. 6 can also be Gemini, twins. Someone could be a twin. Somebody could just be seeing things from another situation. Here we are again, guys. Same-sex relationship. Yeah, so I told you, I felt like earlier, like maybe somebody was involved with someone of the same sex. Because it's confirmation to what I've already told you that I felt my intuition was saying. Arkansas might mean something to somebody. What's underneath that? What's hiding underneath that? Washington. Somebody's last name could be Washington, live on a Washington street, could live in Washington. Someone's feeling real grumpy right now. They're feeling real grumpy. They're feeling like they're always miserable. They're with somebody who's always miserable, always looking for the negative in the situation or negative in somebody. Somebody that's dealing with some bad credit at this time. Somebody who's trying to find a new place to live, trying to find an apartment, or trying to compartmentalize things in their life. Teachers out here. So someone could be a teacher. Someone could feel like they're learning a lesson. Someone feel like they're being taught a lesson. I didn't choose him or her. My family and friends did. So maybe somebody felt like the situation that they found themselves into was not a situation that they just willingly just went towards, but maybe like someone else convinced them that this is what they needed to do. Maybe someone did the introduction. Maybe someone tried to put it together. Maybe it was a blind date. Maybe someone just tried to merge the two of these two individuals together to form a relationship or make something work, and it's just not. And now this person feel like they have a stalker on their hands. Maybe someone's stalking you. Maybe they feel like they want to get away from a situation and they just can't. Maybe this person won't go away peacefully. They're just causing a scene. Yeah, this person lied to you. They lied to you about what they had going on. They may have lied to you about their relationship status. But then now I want to say that they've changed. Like they're opening their heart. They want to bring more compassion, into their lives. They want to balance themselves out. They feel like they've learned their lessons with the teacher being here. This is somebody who may have felt like they've learned their lessons about lying to you. They want to be honest with you moving forward. They feel like they've changed. Somebody could have something to do with a brace or braces. Maybe they need braces on their teeth. Maybe they have a crush, an arm brace, leg brace. Maybe they're walking with a walker. Maybe they need to brace themselves for change that's going to happen in their life. Or maybe they feel like they're having to brace themselves for things that they have going on now because they're dealing with some karma. So it carries a pocket knife. Maybe someone literally does carry a pocket knife, or maybe someone feels like they want to cut themselves free from a situation. A situation where they feel withdrawn and resentful. Somebody might need to have some type of surgical procedure done, and they're very nostalgic about the past between you guys. He knows about you. So somebody's dealing with somebody that he or she may actually know about you. They know that they were seeing you. They know how they feel about you. They know that they're thinking about you. So motorcycle being out here, this is somebody that was living a fast life. They could actually have a motorcycle, but definitely someone that was living a fast life, because that's green. Okay, so it's going to be the end of this deck. Definitely someone that was living a fast life, hooking up with several different people that just wanted to just live in the moment. Yeah. Someone who didn't take the time to see their value, see your value, and make the most of the day. Somebody that was looking at, they didn't look at investing in the relationship, putting in the hard work that it takes to actually be able to reap the benefits of it. Somebody that was not loyal. They weren't devoted to their path or to themselves. Yeah, they were a sucker. They were given into other things that they had a sweet tooth for, whether they were good or bad. Somebody didn't take advantage of a good opportunity when they had it. They were codependent. They were dealing with some codependency issues, whether they were on alcohol, clingy people, whether they felt like the need to always be a helper or be helped. This person was just chasing other things to get them high, whether that was a substance issue, just a way of life, greed, money. Maybe this person felt like they just needed to be seen. They wanted to be like in the public. Maybe they chased that type of high. But it's more to this person, but this person doesn't allow you to really look into them. It's more to this person than what meets the surface. This person may be dealing with some deeper issues going on. They may be dealing with some depression, some things from the past that they haven't been able to let go of or heal from. This person is putting on a, they're like, what they're showing on the outside is not how they're really feeling an inside. This person like needs to be molded. They're like a work of clay. It's just they're in a gray area right now. This person felt like they bit off more than they could chew, and they put themselves in a situation, they allow themselves to get in a painful situation. They do want to start over. They want to build something new. They feel like they're ready to put the nail in the coffin and put it into something that's already seen its better days. They want to have a new beginning. I feel like something's gonna come into this person's life that's gonna cause everything to kind of blow up, because this person is just like in a place right now where they're like deep in thought. They don't like where life is going. They're running, they're hiding, they just want to just be alone. They want to be by themselves. They feel like a situation is flawed in some type of sense, and they need to gain a better perspective. They need to gain control back of their lives. Yeah, they feel like their basic needs really just aren't being met. They feel like their soul isn't being nourished. They feel unfulfilled in their spirit. This is somebody that might need to get back to prayer, get back to God, get back in touch with themselves. Someone who feel like the game is over. They played too much. They played you. They played themselves. A situation just gotten out of control. They dropped the ball somewhere in their life. They feel like they can't bounce back from where they are. This could have been somebody who was a player out here playing people, telling them what they want to hear for their own selfish reasons. This is somebody who now feels like the ball is in your court, like they're no longer in control, like the ball is in your court. They see you being vibrant, being loving, pouring self-love into yourself. They do want to have a new union with you. They do want to come back and try to grow things with you, but they don't know if they can, because you just seem to be happy. Like they just watching things like just go well for you in your life right now. Something could have happened in the springtime with this person, or you could have had a birthday in springtime. They could have had a birthday in the springtime. Maybe something about April, with April flowers out here. That's possible. Like somebody was definitely dealing with some greed, some envy. Someone who appeared to be harmless in some sense, someone you trusted, but then realized you couldn't trust them. Maybe they put their trust into somebody and realized they shouldn't have, and then they got played. Like they fell for something, that someone who was manipulative, someone who, like the showboat. They gave into one night stands. They weren't aware. Like they got into a situation where they could have possibly got played by somebody they had a one night stand with, or somebody that they were hooking up with, somebody who made them feel weak in the knees. And it's funny because I felt like at one point they were the players. I feel like the player got played, chasing some sort of passion, living in the moment, possibly doing drugs, may have gotten some type of cooking thing, or was cooking with somebody, or wanted to celebrate in some type of way over some type of abundance. Somebody they were eating and drinking, maybe having parties together. Somebody they were having open communication with, texting, calling. Someone's wanting to hear from you. Someone's wanting to send you a message. Like this person looks happy when they do get a message. So this was somebody that was feeling like in a moment when like this third party, this envious party that was being friendly, who they thought was harmless, was reaching out to them, asking if they want to hook up, maybe have parties, and they were communicating with this person. Could have been online dating, just text messages or something. Like, this person would light up and get happy about it. And I feel like they were actually traveling to see them. They were doing something sneakily undercover engaged in this relationship. They didn't use protection. They just were just out in a lustful situation, I feel like it's somebody that you're really drinking with. Somebody that didn't use their knowledge. Maybe they hooked up with their friends. They gave into some type of substance together. This is somebody who saw the cup half full. Somebody who could have had a drinking problem. The person they got with could have had a drinking problem that they were trying to keep undercover. Maybe didn't really expose that in the beginning. This person could have actually had another type of addiction. But this is somebody that was always celebrating with their friends. Somebody that's really for the trash. Somebody for the streets. Whether their way of thinking, whether the way they handle themselves, maybe because they speak around, get around, because we did have their player out here. Someone who's now trying to do some soul searching, trying to look at the silver lining behind all of this, that's trying to take the time to heal, looking to grow. Someone could be traveling at night. Someone who didn't put the hard work that was necessary in a situation to see it grow. Someone who wasn't fearless but hid behind their fears. Yeah. I feel like somebody was hanging out with their friend or had a friend who they felt comfort in, someone they trusted that maybe they shouldn't have. Somebody they needed to put boundaries with. Someone saw you as a friend. They were clear on that. They were clear that you were a good person. They were clear that you were a good friend to them. You communicated with them. You were very clear what you wanted, your thoughts. They did see a future with you off in the distance, but just not right now because they want to live out in the moment. They did see you as being calm, as peaceful, as being spiritual. They didn't have a desire. They still have a desire to come towards you. They see you as being creative. You inspire them in a lot of ways. You're very tranquil. Like, you balance things out. Something may happen in the fall season. You have a lot of creative energy. You manifest a lot of things. You're a hard worker. You're a go-getter. Yeah, but everything's going to work itself out in divine timing. Everything's going to come together. Everything's going to work itself out. That does not necessarily mean like two you going to come together. That just means like everything's going to work itself out the way that it's supposed to. Like, there was a lesson behind everything. Things don't happen by chance, by mistake. Everything that happens for a reason for it. Somebody might be looking at doing some traveling. Somebody might be going on a honeymoon or looking to attend a wedding. Someone might meet someone and go through a honeymoon phase. Maybe they thought like you guys were just on a honeymoon phase and they didn't know if it was really love between you or just lust. Maybe they thought that the feeling that they had with you was temporary and wasn't something that was gonna last. So they were unsure about really, feeding the relationship because they wasn't sure, and maybe their friends got in their head and said something, oh, that's just temporary, you're just caught up in the moment. Maybe they felt like they were just love lost, lust lost. There's definitely distance between the two of you guys, whether it's physical or emotional. There's some distance going on between you. I feel like you're not communicating with this person at all due to everything that went on in that relationship. Yeah, and it's not the right time right now to open up communication with this person. This person has some things they need to work on. Spirit, what does this person need to work on? Or what is it that the collective needs to work on? This person needs to do some self-reflection. They need to get back into awareness with themselves. They need to make some improvements in their life. Like, what do they need to? They need to improve making better choices for themselves. They need to start to be honest with themselves, pour some self-love into themselves. The first thing is making themselves aware that they that they need to work on themselves. Maybe again they have some, you know, they need to face reality. They may have some addictions that they need to work on. Okay, this person needs to learn to open up more. Stop hiding in the shadows. They need to take a deep, dark look at themselves. I feel like you open up their heart. I feel like your union together, you made this person see some things about themselves. Like you reflected back to them what a real relationship is. You reflected a lot of positive ways about you, and you showed this person maybe some negative traits that they've had, some negative situations that I felt they have within. This person realized that they're battling within some inner conflict they're having within themselves, maybe some things that have extended from a childhood that they need to heal from. Okay, and they're starting to unmask the truth. I think that you began to unmask the truth about this person. Like, things are starting to get revealed to you. You're starting to look at this person with clarity and stop looking at them through rose-colored glasses. This person now feels defensive towards you because you see things, like you've seen a lot of things. You've accepted the situation as what it is. You've grown. You've moved on. You know, this person was just living in, at one point, you were living in illusions. This person was living in illusions. This person was keeping secrets. You started to see those secrets. This person's being defensive now because their secrets are being exposed. Yeah, and they're just dealing with some addictions. This person has some addictions that they need to receive support from, that they need to heal from. What else, Spirit? And we're going to get ready to wrap this up. 3606. Yeah, this person has addictions they need to work on. Whether those are drugs, pills, sex, relationships, mind thinking, whatever. This person needs to work on something. This person definitely has a problem with being in control. They want to be in control of in situations. They are dealing, it's an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, possibly. This person is possessive, like to be in control of situations, control how things. They're very possessive, could be stingy with some stuff, could be trying to hold on to their finances right now. There's something going on with their stability. They have fears holding them back. They have fear of not having enough money. This person could have had a childhood where they felt like they grew up having to struggle, not really have things for them. They could have started off, you know, working, trying to make money in a not productive way as a child, and they feel like they really need to hold on to stuff out of fear of not having enough to be able to provide for themselves. Okay, this is somebody that's trying to go within. They're in the hermit mode, so they're trying to do some introspecting right now. They're trying to take a look within themselves. Again, another earth sign. They're trying to seek guidance, use wisdom. The cycle has come to an end with them. They're realizing that they need to stop doing things a certain way. They need to get their life together. They need to move forward. They need to take a chance. They need to go out on faith in divine timing. And also, we do have another timing card. Everything is going to work out like it should. It's definitely an end of a cycle for them. It's time for them to get their lives together. This person does want to come in and communicate with you that they're ready to make some changes. They're ready to explore new horizons. They're feeling more confident. They want to build up the confidence to come out. I feel like you are collective are going out and trying new beginnings. You're communicating in some type of way. You're exploring new pursuits. You're being more confident in what you're saying. Like, this person wants to come in and communicate with you about why they held back from you. But I feel like at this point, your heart is closed to the situation. Okay? Like, you're not welcoming them to come in and speak their piece. Like, you've closed their heart to them. You've poured your love back into yourself. Like, you're listening, you're nurturing yourself, you're nurturing whatever you want to focus on, whether it's your business, your family, your kids, you know, your emotion. You're at a sense of emotional stability right now. You just don't have empathy for them. Like, a judgment has been called on the situation and how they treated you, you know. And I feel like you guys gone through awakening. You've come clear on what they've done. Like, you close your heart, and once you close your heart to it, like, divine came in and said, okay, like, this is it. You know, we need to get things back on the right accord. Like, somebody was trying to deceive you. They had a strategy whatever strategic way of thinking. They were being manipulative when they were dealing with you. They were trying to get away with something. They were being cunning. Um, they were holding back. I feel like they were holding back and giving to another situation, maybe giving financially to another situation. I feel like this person wanted to be able to come back and forth for you. They could have been energy harvesting from you as well, stealing from you, taking your love, not giving love to you, being dishonest, being betraying. But they keep looking back at you. Even though they're trying to get away with something, I feel like they're still trying to get away with something. They're still trying to get away with giving towards another relationship, but they can't stop looking back at you. They still want to come in and deceive you in some type of way. They're still not ready to be completely honest with you. Yeah, someone, earth sign again, someone who feels out in the cold, okay, that might be dealing with some insecurities, might be dealing with some financial stabilities right now. Somebody who needs to just go spend some time with themselves. See, they're outside of a church, so this is somebody who doesn't feel like they're connected right now with God, with their spirituality. They feel like, everyone's closing them out. People are turning their backs on them. They're not manifesting what they want, their wishes, their desires. I told you earlier, I felt like maybe somebody have a crutch or brace or something on their arm or leg or teeth or something. Like this person is like on a crutch and have a brace on their leg. So again, remember we had healthcare coming out when I mentioned that earlier. Like somebody could have something going on with their leg or their foot. They just may not feel stable at this time. They could be dealing with some type of therapy or going on healthcare issues. Yeah, this was somebody. So we have the Queen of Cups and we have the King of Cups. So this was somebody that was supposed to be a pair to someone who was supposed to give love in this situation. Okay, someone's supposed to come through with emotional maturity. Someone's supposed to have their emotions balanced. Someone who was supposed to use logic and their heart, but this was somebody who did not use their mind and their heart. This was somebody that was trying to get away with the situation, and they just ruled just with logic only. Someone could have given to a water sign. This actually could be a married couple out here. Someone could be married to someone who they gave their heart to, or they feel like they were giving love to, but this person wasn't giving love back to them, and maybe the person was sneaking around on them, okay, and they feel like that's what caused them to withhold because of what they went through in the past from them, and now they feeling like they need to be isolated. They feel out in the cold and insecure for some reason. But this is somebody looking for a change, definitely. So we're starting to have air, water, and earth out here. Someone who's blocked their emotions off in a situation. They feel like they missed the opportunity. They feel drained from you. They feel drained from having a new beginning. They are wanting to manifest you back into their life to have a new beginning. Someone's trying to come up with a new skill. I feel like somebody might actually be trying to learn a new trade, learn a new skill, maybe get away from doing something they were doing in the past and do something new. Learn a new talent. Someone who's going through a lot of conflict right now with people in their housing situation, in their relationships, maybe in their neighborhood. They feel like they're fighting the community somewhere. They feel like they're trying to grow, defend their grounds, but they feel like they're in competition with someone else. They feel like they're just having to keep standing up for themselves. But someone does have a vision of getting you back, coming back towards you, and they feel like they're fighting for their relationship. They're fighting to get out of a family situation to come towards you. They're passionate. Somebody that did have passion with you, that you turn them on. They are very sexually attractive to you. They find you to be very alluring. They find you to be very confident. They think that you're someone that they can actually have a business with, grow something with. Someone who wants to listen to their intuition, that's tired of being like just having dreams. They see you as being mysterious, okay? They feel like they're being guided towards you in some type of way. They're ready to embrace the unknown, but they feel divided from you. This is somebody that's at a distance from you. But they want to take the courage. They want to take the courage to come towards you. They feel like it's competition. They feel like you might be like might be other men or other women, you know, coming at you right now, and they feel like they have to compete for your attention against other people, but they're willing to come in and fight for you, stand up for you, and go against the competition to try to get you back in. Yeah, they definitely want to move towards you with this Chariot. They definitely want to move forward and coming your way. Three. What's the three? Yeah, this person sees you as a lover. They see a lot of harmony with you, a lot of love. They feel like you guys are a perfect union. You guys are able to talk about anything and everything. They feel like they could be open with you. They like the way that you talk to them in a positive way. They like the way that you communicate with them. They felt like they were just dealing with some negative setbacks in the past, or they have some delays going on. Like something's delaying them right now from coming towards you. But they are going to work on getting that out of the way. They do fear the unknown of what's going to happen if they come your way, because I feel like, you know, that right now that there is a lack of communication. There is emotional distance between you two, and they just don't know like how you're going to receive them if they come towards you at this moment. So right now, you know, they may take impulsive action. They might be reckless when they come towards you. They are going to take an unnecessary risk to come your way. Yeah, they want to surrender. They're ready to just let go. They're ready to just let go of what they have going on, see things in a new perspective. They want to give to you. They don't want to keep holding back their emotions. They've been doing a lot of thinking. They're resting, they're thinking, they're meditating, they're doing a lot of introspecting. They're trying to figure out like how they can, you know, bring this back to fruition. They're in their head about it a lot. They want to balance this out. They want to come back to some sense of emotional stability with you. They want to make a better choice. They know which direction they want to go into now. They're ready to make that decision. They're going to use their heart and their mind in making the best decision now, because they want to come towards you. They see you as a happy family, and they want to have a happy feeling with you. They see you as fulfillment, joy, happy life, harmony. Okay, so this is what I have for my reading for you for now. Thank you for joining me on my journey. I hope that this resonated with you. If so, leave me a comment, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you'll know when I put my next reading out. And till then, have a great day.